All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome in. This is episode 17. 17. We're going to go with 17.
Oh my
17
god.
on the title.
That's what I put.
The official record.
That's what I wrote down. So I guess it is 17 officially and non-officially, whatever it is. That's okay. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Holy shit. It's going to be a fun one. We had a lot of stuff announced, a lot of stuff to talk about. We're also joined by some lovely, lovely people you may or may not know. So, Skitxo, go ahead, introduce yourself. Say hello, please.
Hello, everybody. My name is Skitxo. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch, and you can find me at twitch.tv/Skitxo. I play all kinds of stuff, and this wonderful gentleman over there, that wonderful gentleman over there,
It's me.
is my company during the day.
Hell yeah. Well, hey, I'm glad that you hang out. I love it. Usually knickknack to my bottom diagonal this way. How are you? Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm usually Knickknack. You can find me on the 3T platforms of Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok
Let's go.
at usually Knickknack.
I like it. That's beautiful. Do those matter?
Yeah, they matter.
Do they
In
matter?
the long scheme of things, maybe not.
Eventually, right?
I forgot about the other two platforms. Same username on both of those.
There you go.
There you go.
And the beautiful bastard or ugly mug below me is Hermes Akumu. Hermes, go ahead, introduce
Hello.
yourself. Even though I know you, just go ahead.
I'm Hermes Akumu. I am a broadcaster here on Twitch, and you can find me on all social medias that matter at Hermes Akumu. And Beach, as always, it's a pleasure to be here.
Hell yeah, man. Oh shit, I'm sorry about the volume thing there. Whoops. We're gonna ignore that. Well, hey, I love having you guys. It's always nice to have a bigger crowd. I mean, nothing against you, Hermes, but I think you can attest to this, that it's just nice to have a group of people rather than just you and I talking about bullshit the entire time. But this week's a little bit more involved, and I guess there's more information out there too, instead of having to digging for talking points. So I don't have an icebreaker. I think we're just going to get right into it because there's a bunch to talk about. Opening night live in Gamescom was, well, I think it's technically ending today, right? Didn't they do a recap today?
Yes.
Gamescom.
Yeah.
So opening night live, if you don't know, was hosted by Papa Jeff and Jeff Keighley, that is, who does all the big shows anymore, it feels like.
A good Jeff.
Yeah, exactly. So here's, I'm gonna start it off there with opening night live and Jeff Keighley. Do you guys feel like the term world premiere is thrown around loosely, or do you feel like it's appropriate, but it's not necessarily just game announced? Like, hey, we've heard about this game, but we have a world premiere of a new trailer. You know what I mean? Do you think it's used loosely, or is it kind of whatever to you guys?
Way too loose.
Okay.
I
way
have
too
to agree
loose.
with that.
Yeah.
I'm used to hearing world premiere trailer, and in that case, it's just like, oh, okay, this could just be information I might already know. But
Yeah.
it'll look cooler.
Right.
But they didn't even say it. You know, they're just
Yeah.
like, here you go, read this for yourself.
We're going to use this and transition world premiere. Okay, transition out. Whatever it means to you, so be it. Who cares?
Sorry, but world premiere to me does not go and get slapped on the season pass for a game like Splitgate.
Yeah,
It's
see,
season
introducing season 7. It's like world premiere. Technically, you're right, but it is what it is. Okay, I just wanted to get that out of the way because it's something that I have. I know Xbox is very good at it. You know, being like world premiere. Like it's just you hear it and you're like,
chilling.
okay, I'm going to hear something brand new. Granted, I guess that's subjective to each person. What did you guys watch? All of it, the opening night live stuff, or did you guys be able to catch most of it?
The first
Watch
day I
them.
did.
No.
Second day I caught part, and then today I didn't really catch it.
Okay. What about you, Knickknack?
Yeah, I watched all of day 1 and day 2, and then I left it on for day 3 today. As background noise, there was, I mean, you had your Elden Ring thingy, but
Yeah. Who
what?
cares about that? Never heard of it.
other than that,
Hermes, did you watch any after opening night live, or did you even get to catch opening
I
night
didn't
live?
even get to catch opening night live. What I did catch was the indie showcase, which was pretty good.
That's good. Okay, so it was a pretty solid showing from the indie.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was unfortunately, I think what did I do that day? I was outside doing yard work because I was mentally just all over the fucking place. And you know what? Yard work helped. So it's official. I'm old and it's okay.
You need to play Lawn Mowing Simulator.
Apparently I do, and then just get the power washer out while I'm at it. If there's a grill, like a grilling lawn, like simulator, why not? I get the whole dad. There should be a dad simulator. Like just it could encompass all of these games, or a dad pack. There you go. That'd be great. That's a fantastic idea. So for those of you who were able to catch the opening night live, I think you had 40 plus announced. Okay, and 40 announced trailers.
Insane.
Which weren't necessarily new games, but they could have just been any kind of content. Was there anything that stole the show for you guys in that specific one?
Saints Row is one of my tops.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There's an interesting approach to people and people's response, I guess, to Saints Row reboot, if you want to call it that. What was it because they did an extended, I think, gameplay later. Because they did like 20 seconds of gameplay and then the CGI trailer during the show. Are you just excited for the possibilities to see what it could be like, or?
Yeah, I'm excited to see where they take it. But as much as it's a reboot, I also feel like it's a new chapter because it's all new characters in a new location starting a crew.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a reboot, but it also feels like a completely new chapter. So I'm excited to see where they could take the story because now they're not stuck with the old storylines and the old relationships. They just have freedom, but still being under the Saints Row name. So you know kind of what to expect with that crude humor, the vulgar, the high action, lots of explosions.
Right.
But there's so much they can do with the storyline.
Right. Are you a fan of are you excited that they're reeling back some of the insanity, like the superpowers and things like that? Yeah. You're more wanting them to go back to the roots of, Saints Row 1, Saints Row 2, and then obviously modernize it with a little bit more of what's going on in kind of GTA competition that it used to be, right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I played the crap out of 1 and 2. 3 started getting a little over the top. Yeah, 4 was absolutely crazy. Like, I pick up Saints Row 4 when I need a brain dead, just blow crap up game that means nothing.
Is that the one with the dildo gun?
I think so.
Or you can smell, or at least a melee weapon? I know there's a dubstep gun in one of them too.
I'll have a dildo back.
That's right. Saints Row.
Yeah. Yes.
Nothing like a dildo.
Yeah,
back.
number 4 I think was the one with the dubstep gun or the America gun.
America gun?
Yeah, had shotgun, minigun, rocket launcher, flamethrower, swords, knives, all in one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. I think if you're going to sum up a United States gun in one thing, it would be all that. Knick-Knack, what about you? What would anything steal the show for you for opening night?
I'm now excited for a game called Dream Cycle.
Okay.
Those are from the guys who did Tomb Raider. Their new project. It was just like a cinematic. It was like, I think maybe 30 seconds,
right.
More than 30 seconds. And then from what it looks like, we got a little bit more information about Horizon Forbidden West. As far as the looks.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I was excited to see more stuff that wasn't just them showing off like, oh, we're underwater now.
Hey, we have swimming.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So what was do you remember the date? I think I wrote it down, but I can't. Let me see if I can find it.
February something.
18th. Okay, so February 18th. And that's kind of nice because, and this will segue, we'll get to the other topic that I want to talk about, but that's kind of nice because the last thing we heard from them was a delay, right?
We had rumors of a delay, and it was confirmed 2 days ago, and then they gave us a release date.
So they kind of were like almost glossing over or kind of ignore. And I know people still will because they're pathetic to get upset at delays, but like, especially in this time period. But I think the fact that people are worried, they're like, oh, your game's not going to be ready when we said it was. I don't give a shit. I want the game to work when it comes out. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what it needs to be. And I wish more people, I say more people, but everybody I've surrounded myself with, and like you guys, even a ton of people in chat are like, hey, I'm disappointed. but you know what I mean? So be it. It's COVID. What can you do? You know what I mean? A lot of people working
Yeah.
from home and assets and all that kind of stuff. So Dream Cycle, and you also mentioned more information on Horizon Forbidden West, which is awesome. Hermes, did you get a chance to rewatch it? I know you didn't get to catch opening night.
I did not.
Okay,
Unfortunately.
that's fine. Well, is there anything that stuck out to you? We can skip right under the other show that I wasn't able to watch. So I'd love to hear you and Knickknack's take on it. But I think Skitxo, you said you watched it too. Anything that stuck out to you with Awesome Indies Showcase? I think it was yesterday.
Yeah. So one of the big ones that I think stuck out for both me and Knickknack was Tandem: A Tale of Shadows.
Tandem:
looks
A Tale of
very
Shadows. Okay, I'm gonna put that trailer. I do have that trailer, so I'll post that in the chat if you guys are curious. So there's that in chat. Also, real quick, sorry, I'm going to get to you, but if you guys are watching on YouTube, come check us out. Hang out with us on Friday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We'd love to have you join in the conversation. Just like Eerie Cat, hello, what's going on? Inca Raid, hello. Michaela, Astro, everybody just hanging out in chat. You can kind of get into the whole conversation with us, so please join us there. That'd be, I'd love to have you there at twitch.tv/TheJordanBeach. So yeah, come hang out with us. It'd be a good time.
We watched this
crap,
together,
dude.
and then when we first saw that one point where you switch perspective into now it's a platformer, we both went, oh, this is okay.
It's very cool.
I'll play it.
Yeah.
That is insane. It kind of reminds me of in no way relation and not as well done, but there's a level in, I think it was Super Mario 3D. I think I just played for the Switch, and it did something similar like this, but like your shadow, it's kind of the same vein of this, but not nearly as well done or focused because it was just a level. But for the first time, me seeing this trailer, I probably would have had the exact same reaction you guys had to it. Like, okay, all right, I have to play this because of how different it looks,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know, am I gonna like it? We'll see. But look how different it is, right? That's insane. That is so cool.
Yeah, it looks very cool.
And didn't you guys have another one you had eyeballed?
Evil.
Also, Evil, yeah.
Evil. So we had a quick little discussion about it in the pre-show. You guys mentioned it was like Among Us.
Yeah, it's very Among Us / like Town of Salem heavy. If you are familiar with that game.
Okay.
Basically, someone is a like a werewolf vampire killer overnight type thing. What's that?
I think it's two people. I think it's same concept.
okay.
Like you have, so it's a town. I actually was interested in this at the beginning of the trailer, and then I was like, oh, it's an Among Us knockoff. But it's two people. I think it's the base is two people, and everybody else is like citizens. And like there's a full day-night cycle that goes on, and your quests that you're doing are to like progress the town's prosperity. And the two imposters are out to kill people and stop them. But there is a time when you're kind of forced to go like you have to go home and go to sleep. And you don't want to get caught off guard by because they can come in and like kill you in your sleep. Now that being said, there's a second element to it. When you're dead, it's unlike Among Us where you just kind of float around and you do your task or whatever. Both killers and the innocent can do tasks in the underworld to come back and provide helping items to those still alive, regardless of their team. So you can actually come back and wake up another innocent before they get killed and help them actually fight off the killer. So the innocents can fight back and actually kill the killer while they're being attacked.
Okay, so it sounds like it's a little bit more in depth because I played Among Us once and I was satisfied. That's fine. I mean, it's not something and it could have been the group. Who knows? But this sounds more in depth from what I have experienced and also watched. Is that what you guys would agree?
And probably
Yes.
for the people who like really hate lying, where Among Us bothered them because they're either bad at lying or they feel bad about lying. I don't think you need to slight anybody in this. I don't think it's a hidden role. I think you just know
These are the
Maybe.
killers.
No,
Okay.
they are hidden. They are hidden roles.
They are hidden roles?
They are
Okay.
hidden roles. Yes.
So there's another game. It's called I don't know. It was kind of along the lines of like you had to commit the crime or murder or whatever, but you had to be a secret about it. It was like fancy things. Maybe that's what it was called. I can't remember. But it was fancy what? Fancy feast? Oh yeah, cat food. Thank you. But I think it was along those lines. And you think we're seeing an increase due to the success of Among Us? As that was like either it's some variation of it, or even like or some, they're taking bits and pieces and then making it their own, which is I think art or any video game success story, right? That's kind of how it goes. Is I think you're going to take whatever is popping and popular and be like, okay, how can we turn this into a game in X amount of years? And it maybe it's still trending up.
Yeah, I think combining Among Us and Town of Salem to be a game is probably a great plan. Town of Salem had a cult following, and Among Us is one of the biggest right now, so should be good.
And so there's already a modded version of Among Us with Town of Salem, and so maybe this looks to kind of capitalize on that.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah. That's insane. Mod community is fantastic. I think in almost every game, well, minus some of the sketchy ones, but usually 90% of the time you're gonna have a good time. I know Hermes, you won't even play a game. Well, that's not true. You will play a game. You're more likely to if it has a workshop, right? Is that true?
100%.
Yeah, and that's kind of your kind of. I'm assuming Among Us has a workshop, or is that not how that works?
I don't know.
It's not a Steam Workshop mod. I think it's off Steam Workshop.
So it'd be its own thing you have to find and download.
Yeah,
somewhere. That's still insane. Yeah. Still absolutely insane. If you guys, okay, do you guys know what my game that would have stole the show for me? If you know anything about collectibles I've gotten recent, what is it? What is it?
It was that new Marvel's game.
The mobile one?
What was it called?
Future Revolution, and then also Future Revolution, and also Midnight Suns. Here's I think that had the best song of the entire trailer. That Enter Sandman.
On it now, it was cool.
Wait, the cover, really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So because they spoiler alert, that became a commercial for the rest of Gamescom.
Really?
And so people just like, okay. Can we be done with this song?
That I understand. Okay, that I get. If it's forced down your throat, you're not going to enjoy anything. But the first time hearing it, you're like, holy shit, that was a really good cover that I actually really enjoyed. So that's why I really enjoyed that. I'm glad I didn't watch a lot of it now. I didn't watch the next 2 days. That's fantastic. And then I would probably be sitting here and saying I hate it. But my game is TMNT Shredder's Revenge. Hands down. And I know... I know it's exactly what the old ones were, but that's the point, right? For me,
don't care.
Holy shit, am I just excited to check this game out. Another one that stole it for me was
Simulator 21.
It's with the opening night live skin or whatever. That's so good. But another one that stole that doesn't really count, and I'm just gonna say it is Replaced, because all they did was announce the fact that you could download and listen to the trailer song that they announced at Summer Game Fest, right? Yes. Or no, it was the Xbox showcase, one of their showcases. It was literally just announcing that you could download the song from the trailer they announced months ago, which blows my mind that was even, it was probably a world premiere. So I think Replaced is going to be really, really good when that comes out. I think that's 2022.
If you could go back in time to the moment where they said introducing a new character to TMNT and you didn't know it was April, who would you want most?
I thought they were going to go, I want them to introduce so I can play as the bad guys, right? So I want to play as a bad guy. If they would have said, Rocksteady or Bebop are ready to go, I'd have been like, fuck yeah, let's go. Or I'm sure they were going to do Casey. I'm sure Casey was in there. I figured that's who I thought it was going to be. Yeah, when it said April, Casey. I had no idea. But then I was like, okay, I'm about this. This is kind of fantastic. Speaking of April, she was just actually confirmed for the Nickelodeon fighting game that she's in that. Along with Cat Dog. So
Cat Dog's in it. Oh wow.
I'm gonna buy that game and I'm gonna play it, and I hope people join me because Nickelodeon Smash Brothers is gonna be so good.
I want to put a
Bring it to
poster right
Game
here that
Pass.
says Cat Dog Main.
Cat dog, mate. I'll get shirts. Oh man, that'd be so great. But overall, what do you guys think of the show? For those that were able to watch it, do you think it was paced well? Do you think the information was at least decent for a couple hours?
Yeah. It was paced really well in the fact that they had so much to put out, and man, they just did not stop. It just, all right, we're done with that one. Next one.
Do you think it's
Jesus.
actually, Nick, go ahead. Did you actually enjoy it? I'm sorry, I wanted to cut you off.
Yeah, there were definitely some panels that went at least triple the amount of time they should have gone.
Right.
And if that was the case, then they should have done like a morning and an afternoon segment for them.
True. Yeah.
I think, that would have been a little bit more palatable for the eager audience about that. Looking to get some info.
I feel like we're getting the more shows that hit like this one did, and the more shows that hit like, for example, the Xbox showcase that happened in June or July or whatever that was, where it was just like announcement. All right, quick little 15 seconds announcement, like brand new games announce. Those make all other shows look like trash. Not trash, but they make them, they really like the super informative ones. And I will tell you, the Xbox show that was the day before was almost like, what are we doing? We've seen most of these games, 90% of them already be seen. And there weren't a ton of announcements, but that's nothing because you still want that information. And they even set things. They were like, look, there's not any new games here, blah, 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 blah. We're just going to be talking about stuff we've already announced and things that are going to be coming out later. But is it an expectations thing, or this is actually going to lead perfect into the next topic? And this is something I want to get into is, so Xbox with their show, they've had a lot of shows, right? A lot of spotlight going on because other shows or other companies like Sony and Nintendo are, I don't want to say completely silent, but not nearly as much as Xbox has just been pushing out shit left and right with news, with detailed showcases, with just an entire 27 brand new games that were announced on their showcase that was all coming to Game Pass day one. Is Xbox talking too much? And if in kind of the opposite of that, is Sony and Nintendo being too silent, right? And are those bad things or are they good things? I want to get your guys, Hermes, let's hear from you.
Honestly, I feel like Xbox is talking a little much. It feels like the stuff coming out now, like you said, is like, oh, by the way, we're still working on this stuff, still coming out.
Right.
And like, yeah, thanks, we know. I don't know. It just feels like a lot, considering the other two are silent.
Okay. Yeah. What do you think, Skitxo?
Well, and I can see I can see what you're saying, Hermes, when you say like, oh, it's coming out, it's not here yet. But what I can say, I don't think Xbox is talking too much. I'm actually surprised at how silent Sony I'm not surprised at how silent Nintendo is. This is how they roll.
Treehouse.
That's
Treehouse
normal.
Direct.
Live today.
That's normal. Like, when's the next Nintendo show? Nobody fucking knows.
AK Switch just available right now.
Sony, yeah, I'm not sure why Sony's so quiet. Nintendo, they do announce stuff ahead of time. However, to me, it doesn't feel ridiculously ahead of time. Like, for instance, the big announcement this week, cloud gaming is coming to console. Regardless if you're on an Xbox One, a Series X, or a Series S, you can play all the cloud games, including the Series X and S games, on the Xbox One. So, to me, yeah, it's holiday season. Okay, we got 3-4 months till that happens. But now you've told your community, hey, we understand there's a difficulty. You've said this without saying it, at least to me. We understand there's a difficulty getting some Series X and S's out there, and we know the Game Pass people are looking forward to that. By the way, we're going to make stuff available to you guys. It's coming. You've seen all the cloud stuff. It's working on these other platforms. Now we're bringing it to you. So I don't think they're talking too much because I think it shows how much their current leadership team cares about the community. Now, if they were sharing stuff like 2 years out, like, oh hey, Starfield's coming,
Here's another
Then-
CG trailer.
that might be too far out. But
Right.
I appreciate when something is announced under 5 months.
Okay.
Because it gives me time to plan for it and understand that it's coming. 2 years out, way too far.
I
can agree with that.
yeah. What do you? I'll get your take, Nick, and then I got a rebuttal
very
for
similar
both.
sentiment.
Yeah.
They're as a marketing strategy, it's a great idea to take the space if it's being left for them.
Yeah.
Absolutely do it. But as a consumer, I super hate, like on Wednesday, we did get a 2023 release date for a game. And
Yep.
and like when I'm looking forward to a game that I know is going to come out in like a year's time, that's a lot of time to wait. And so it's nice to have these kind of like intermediary, okay, in 6 months we got this, in 3 months we got this. But like when I'm looking at like, okay, hey, in 28 months you might have this. You might, we just don't know.
Right.
And it's just like, it's hard to get excited. And then when you forget, when it comes back, you're like, you have that familiar feeling now instead of like a woohoo surprise feeling.
Right. So like, for example, you mean like Elden Ring?
To wait.
Elden Ring was announced 6 months before, 6 or 7 months before it comes out. But that was the first anybody had heard about it, right? Minus the the teaser of the one character. They're like, hey, this is it. And they were like, Elden Ring, here's the name. And they're like, here's a bunch of bullshit. And everybody freaked out.
Like,
well, I
Elder
did.
Scrolls.
Right.
They went, hey, we're definitely making a new game.
Yeah.
And then they just like they're gonna let it be for a couple years, and then they're gonna come through. That's the right way.
Look, Elder Scrolls 6. Bye.
Yeah, look at this giant landscape. Here's a title.
That's the exact way to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
So kind of what you were saying, Hermes, you believe they are talking too much. My opinion is kind of what NickNac said. If you have the space, use it. But I also come back and I'm saying, if you have valuable stuff to say, use it. Right.
Yeah.
And I think when I was in the same boat, I was like, maybe they are talking too much, but maybe it feels like they're talking too much because there isn't any chatter around the other stuff. There is none. So it's literally been owned by Xbox and Microsoft and all of their conferences and all the conversation, even Game Pass. Shit, they're like, hey, these 10 games are coming to Game Pass. That feels like a fucking announcement. It's like, shut up. But not really, because I still want to hear all the stuff that you have to say about Game Pass. You know what I mean? So I feel like they have so many different services to talk about, right? They've lacked on first party. We all know that. That's not a surprise. It feels like that's coming around. And I think back to what NickNac was saying about the 2023 releases and also Skitxo is those were there to show the people like, hey, you bought an Xbox because these games eventually are coming, right? Here's our roadmap. It's nice to get a roadmap, but I agree with you guys. I don't need it 2 years out. I really don't. Nobody needs it 2 years out.
Yeah.
It's cool. We know you're working on them.
The game is already out.
Yeah.
Like a Sea of Thieves kind of thing where they're like, hey, so, in 6 months here, we're doing this and then this and this chapter and this chapter. It'd be like, oh man, I'm going to play for 10 years.
Yeah. Like I'm never going to stop.
Yeah.
But I also feel like, it's weird how quiet everybody else is, right? It's just, it doesn't feel like the same environment that it was. And I know things are tough and I know things are hard and shows are hard to put together now, especially now. But one company has proven that you can do it. I guess it's wondering why you haven't heard from anybody else, right? Sony, you get the state of plays, which then are just deep dives into games that they've already announced. They're like, hey, Deathloop, we got 25 minutes of Deathloop. You're like, okay, where's the rest of my shit? Why did I buy a PS5 kind of a thing? And I have a PS5. I don't know that I've turned it on in a long time, maybe a month, right? Which is too bad because I want to. I really do. I think it was Horizon that I played last. Maybe it was Tribes. I played that one day. It's okay. But I would love, and maybe that's just me not going back and playing the old PlayStation 4 games that I missed out on, like Days Gone and other stuff. Good. I'm trying to think what I didn't play.
If you're a dev under this Microsoft umbrella, would you want to be participating in this Xbox onslaught that's going on these past few months?
You mean like, what do you mean?
Would you be worried that you're lost in too much information?
Ooh, that's a good point. But then again, is it exclusively to Xbox? Like, are you part of the day one Game Pass conversation, or are you just like, hey, we gave you some money to be on your stage, but we're going everywhere? Or is it two different situations?
Would it help though?
Being on Game Pass?
Yeah, but with too much information. I mean, if you're releasing 30 games.
Yeah, because not everybody's gonna write them all down of what was announced, right?
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's a valid point. Is holy shit, you announced 26 other games with my game.
Yeah. Like the moment I open the Xbox Game Pass and then you just see all the games scroll through, my game's gone instantly.
Right. Yeah, it's true. That's very, very
but
true.
Unless it's their big titles, you're right in line with everybody else, though.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I think, and Jordan, you kind of said this, and I think the reason we have heard so much from Xbox is because they're covering all their services.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of services they're wanting to get to the community, and they want to know, we're going to make this accessible. It doesn't matter what platform you're on. It doesn't matter if you're disabled. We're going to get this stuff to you because we want our community to gain. And so I think there's so much going on because, one, all their umbrella of their devs and who they brought under, their indie program, the Game Pass, the cloud, PC, cross-platform. And I think that's maybe why we've been hearing so much, is they do have so many services compared to like Nintendo, who has a Switch and Nintendo Online. You have PlayStation, who has, yes, the FPS Plus everybody knows about, and then they have their streaming service, which nobody really knows about because they don't talk about, because they don't put day one releases on it.
It's all backlog stuff. Yeah.
So, and I think that maybe is another reason we're getting so overwhelmed with their stuff, is because they do have so much to talk about.
And now that you even say, now that when I'm mentioning it, like you're talking about the services, you've got ID at Xbox that had a showcase a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. You had Xbox talk about games that they've already announced, but deeper dives in them. Then you had them announce Halo Infinite news at opening live the next day. And then they're like, you know what? Fuck it. We've got a controller. Fuck it. We're going to make a brand new console. We can't even get the black ones to people, but we're going to put a pretty little picture on this other one and send it to people.
That's where all the black ones went.
Yeah, that's true.
Speechless as well. Yeah, you're not alone.
What'd you say?
I said it left me speechless as well.
It's so good. Speaking of that, I got one.
Speechless,
I got one.
Still bought one.
I got one. Don't worry about it,
Yeah,
guys.
of course
I'm
you
not. I'm not here to brag about it, but I did get one. I was very lucky, very fortunate.
He's like, I've got the PS5 I don't use.
I'm so.
Series X that I play all the time. Another one, by the way.
Well, okay, that's not how it's supposed to come across. I'm just excited, and I'm a sucker for new hardware. That's really what it is. I'm a sucker for it. You should have seen me in the previous generations. They're like, hey, there's a Gears of War one. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm getting that. Hey, there's a Halo one. What do I do with this other one except consistently just trade and like, I'm gonna play with this one. It's like a kid.
Can't talk.
I have
the R2D2 Xbox 360.
Dude, see, and that's one I never got. So right there, I'm jealous of him. Right there, that is what it is. I wish I had the R2D2 one. What'd you say, Hermes? What was that?
What? Nothing. Never mind. I'm not gonna bring it up.
Okay. Well, I'm curious now. You can't do that to me. Let's hear it.
You already know.
I don't. I really don't know.
You know somebody who worked on the.
Yes,
R2D2.
that's true. Actually, we knew. At least was it the Xbox or the controller? Because I know he did accessories at that point.
Pretty sure it was the Xbox and controller.
That's insane. Fucking
yeah.
C3PO controller. That thing's amazing.
What an asshole.
Yep.
I'm just kidding. He's a delight. Great man.
He's awesome.
Send us free stuff. Just kidding. So getting into that, I guess what my whole point is, do you guys think Sony needs to speak up more, or does it even matter because they're outselling consoles anyways?
If this season of announcements had all of the same information, but it was divvied up between Xbox and Sony, I don't think anyone would complain about too much information.
Right. That's part of me is people are just, that's a very good point. even if Sony had a big conference, right, by themselves, and they're like, these are games coming out 2022. Here's a teaser or two for 2023, even though it may not get received well. The tides might change, but I've just heard Xbox. Sony puts out a blog post. Sony puts out a 25-minute video of a specific game that's coming out in September. You know what I mean? Like maybe Xbox is destroying our expectations for other companies though too, making them think about, do we need to change? But PlayStation 5s are selling off like it's nobody's business, and they're still being, whenever they go live, people are still buying them and then scalping them and selling them for a higher price. So it's like, are they really doing anything wrong? You know what I mean? So I think they're firmly in that boat where if it's not broken, we're not going to fix it. You know what I mean? People are still buying these. They're still going to wait for the expectation of these PS or PlayStation exclusive games that have been high quality for such a long time. Nintendo, I think they can do whatever the fuck they want as long as they say Mario's here or, Breath of the Wild 2 for the third time.
We just got new info on the
Jesus
new Pokemon games.
That's true.
Which was actually a big deal.
That's a pretty big deal. Yes. I think those were both received well too with Pokemon. How do you say it? Arceus?
Arceus?
Well, I say Arceus, but they in the anime do not say that. Which means
you can say whatever you want.
Wrong, but I feel like I'm right.
Wrong.
But my beliefs are pointing in the right direction. We had somebody on, it was Daddy Crit, who watched the initial reveal of that trailer or that game, and he was kind of underwhelmed because it looked empty to him. Did the newest stuff look I want to say better?
It's a little livelier. Yes.
A little lively. Okay, so maybe it was a trailer. Do you think that could have been it? Because maybe the trailer was just cut incorrectly and not done very well, or do you think that was the actual development of the game?
It didn't have polished assets. They didn't want to announce anything new at that time.
Gotcha.
Right? So
Okay.
like we have new Pokemon right now.
Jesus Christ. How many is this? 1,472?
A lot.
I'm saying they're like 800 or something already. Like,
No, there's more than that.
Okay.
So I think as of whenever it was released, we're exactly at 900.
Holy shit.
dear God.
900.
Yeah.
Gotta catch them all, right? That's what they say.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It just gets harder and harder though. So
Can you catch them all? Is that phrase not make any sense anymore? Gotta catch what you want.
Well, then it becomes Pokemon hoarders.
Right.
So.
Yeah, exactly. You go,
Fill up my PC box.
you got Ash scratching in his neck, and you look at his closet, and he's just got all these Pokeballs falling out of every cabinet.
You don't
Oh
even
my
use it
goodness.
anymore. Give them away.
Yeah, give these away. You don't use them. Other people could use them. Astro in the chat says the next Pokemon game is called Doki V. LOL, let's be real about that. I think that's how you say it. It's either Doki V or it's Dokev. I don't know how to say it. I think it's either way. It looks great. I didn't know what I was watching for the quick little bit.
I had no clue. So it's a Pokemon style game? I didn't even know that.
I guess you're supposed to, some kind of creature, you're supposed to collect them, and I'm assuming level them up. But then you can also hang glide, and you can pogo stick in the middle of the air, and you can dance and turn everything into a rave, which sounds great. Do you guys know what developer that was? I don't know if chat, that's for you too, because it seemed, and I don't want to make this assumption, but along the lines of like a Korean style. Is that kind of appropriate? I don't know if that's
Pearl Abyss.
Pearl Abyss. Okay. I'm very curious.
Well, for every Pokemon game akin to Pokemon, it's always kind of flopped.
Yeah,
Okay.
BDO.
Okay.
God.
Just
Yeah,
because
Pearl.
you
Sorry,
have like
go ahead.
diehard fans.
Okay, so you that's actually a pretty good point. Is this too much like a Pokemon? Like, for example, what was there, Temtem or something?
Temtem
was like,
had a lot of promise, and then
What am I
instantly
looking
bombed.
at right now?
or is this the first time seeing it?
Yes.
It's gonna blow your fucking mind. It's honestly gonna blow your fucking mind. It is.
This is insane.
I think that was everybody's reaction at the show. What the hell is this?
Yeah,
Astro says it's the people who made Black Desert Online.
Yep. So
Wow,
yeah,
okay.
it's Black Desert Online, which is a massive fucking game and insanely in depth. Like if you haven't played it,
This game looks crazy, man.
to give you an idea on Black Desert Online's depth, to increase your stamina for running, you have to go and purchase a heavyweight backpack and then purposely run wearing that backpack.
Real life simulator. Got it.
So it doesn't and here's the thing, you can create auto paths on the map. So you click a path and you can literally create a circle. I created a circle and took a nail and stuck it in the shift button and went to work. And it took, I want to say, about 5 days of 24-hour running with that nail on my keyboard to max out my stamina.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
No way.
Wow.
Oh
Yes,
my God.
That's how in-depth Black Desert is, and that's the people making Dokev.
And if I remember right, the beginning of this trailer said in-game footage, which is crazy. That's crazy.
From Pearl Abyss, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Did it
If you
say
haven't actually
platforms?
if you didn't look into BDO at its full, like if you're using a 3090, like this does not surprise me.
Let's go, Xbox, baby. Let's go. PC, let's go. Not just Switch or anything like that. Let's go. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna forget all about Pokemon. I'm gonna be a Dokev. I don't like saying Dokev. I don't like Dokev at all.
Longboard? Let's go. That's awesome.
His game at one point I felt like one of them. I think one of the characters transformed into like a young adult or grew up. It was so weird. I don't know what happened. It's not this part.
legs.
No, it's not this part. I don't know what's
It
happening.
was earlier in the trailer. It was earlier.
Yeah, I was kind of so thrown for it, but I think that's a good thing though. I think this is if you're gonna catch people's attention, this game did that, regardless of what your outcome of it was, right? It looks it's like, what is this big ass storm going on? Like, come on, I want to know what's happening. Is this Battlefield? Is this a mix of Pokemon and Battlefield? Is there like world events that happen? Like, I'm so thrown, dude. I'm actually.
This is my top game of the whole thing.
Hermes is dropping
This is cool.
Hermes is dropping Dead by Daylight to be a Doki streamer now. Let's go, Hermes.
I don't understand what's happening, but I'm down, man.
You don't even look at this. That's okay. That's beautiful. That's the part of the trailer I was like, holy shit.
How similar is this going to be to Persona, do you think?
Oh,
Not.
Okay. What do you mean, like class based, or what do you mean?
So that's like adult Pokemon. Persona.
Persona, okay, because with your personas that you actually get and capture and upgrade, right?
Yeah. And then it's just dating sim.
Yeah. And then yeah, for sure. Yes. And it's a very long game, if I'm not mistaken.
But I wonder if this is going to be like a friend simulator Pokemon thing in the same vein.
So a little bit more. Would you say this isn't more? I was gonna say more mature than Pokemon, but like, what am I?
With the
more mature,
either who's dancing
more mature as we have a little girl about to transform into this world. Okay, no, I can't say mature anymore. Modernized, like super modernized. Imagine if a game was Pokemon that looked like that, right? People would lose their shit. But can it? Because it doesn't say it's coming out on Switch. That's my point. Could a Pokemon game look like that because of the hardware? Anyways,
Would
game looks
definitely have to
insane.
make that one cloud based if they did that
Right.
to Switch.
That game looks insane. Hermes, I'm glad you got to see it, and I got to see your reaction to it. That's so great.
I'm kind of really excited. I'm not gonna lie.
So good.
Astro had a good point. Apparently Astro's been following this. They said it was supposed to be an MMO, but the devs changed it to action adventure with possible co-op.
Let's go. See, that's more intriguing to me than it would be an MMO. MMOs kind of throw me off, and I'm like, you know what I mean? I feel like, all right, I have a mountain of content that I need to get through, or grinding to even make a dent, right?
Yeah.
And that
says the new Destiny streamer.
that's fair.
We don't
That's
talk
fair.
about Destiny.
That's
Ryan
fair.
Zero,
Okay, I'll take that. That's fair. I get it. That's fantastic. Sky Aiken, what's going on? Welcome in, by the way. Sky Aiken says an open world Pokemon would be so great if you could choose your class, trainer, breeder, etc., and your starter, and then just go on an adventure in all the lands want. That would be fantastic. I think
every Pokemon fan would love that, but then if you got the game, you'd hate it
because it's not Pokemon.
It's like people adapting a movie from your favorite book. You have different thoughts than what it's supposed to be.
Right.
See, I don't know. I think the idea of the fact that you could tackle the gyms in any way and go to any region that's not level restricted or blocked by like, cut or a flute,
Right.
would be a bad idea.
They have that in Minecraft mod Pixelmon.
Pixelmon, let's go. Oh man, rebrand. Jordan, the Minecraft guy. Astro says, yes, I got Hermes on Doki V. Hermes, the anime guy rebrand. Well, let's go. Oh my God, that's going to be so good. So you mentioned it earlier, Skitxo, and I want to get everybody else's take on it, but the Xbox cloud gaming on consoles leads an interesting... I actually had a discussion. Yes, a discussion, not an argument, not a shouting match on Twitter with somebody. That I didn't know. It was just a random dude who started out being aggressive and then was like, oh, this guy, let's actually have a conversation. Let's not be typical Twitter. Let's actually roll it back. He was saying the fact that my wife said the same thing today when I told her about it, is the fact is what would be the absolute purpose of buying current hardware, if that's the case. If you can play all of the Xbox Series X and S games for the 9th gen. Yeah, if you can play all 9th gen games on Gen 8 consoles, what would be the point of all the hardware? And my response was, yes, for me, and I can only speak to... He's gone, he disappeared. Oh my God, let me go lost somebody. He doesn't like this conversation. It scares him. So I was made the point of... for me, if I can't play a cloud game, if I want the game to look, I've got a 4K TV. I have an Xbox that actually can run the 4K quality of stuff. That's the way I want my games to look. These cloud games are only going to look as good as your device the screen you're playing them on, right? It's going to output whatever it can.
To a max of 1080.
What's that?
To a max of 1080.
Right. And that's the other thing too, is you couldn't even if you wanted to, you're not going to be able to get that quality, I guess, that you think you're going to get. Yes, their servers, I think, are upgraded to Series X hardware. But that's still regardless of what your screen outputs. You don't get 4K quality if it's just, just for the hell of it, or why would you buy anything? He's back. But that's my point is, do you think this hurts, or do you think Xbox even gives a shit? Anybody starts. Go ahead. I don't care. Jump at it. Everybody at once. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll let them go first.
I don't know that Xbox cares, to be honest with you. I think they're in a market that nobody else is, to be honest with you. It can do whatever it wants.
Okay. So you don't care they don't care what platform you're playing on.
Right.
As long as you have Game Pass, they don't give a shit.
Yeah, Game Pass literally outsells their consoles. Game Pass is how they make money.
I would hope so. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like to take a line from what Skit's been saying earlier, is just get the games to the people. And I don't think they care how it happens.
It's true.
Right?
Right.
Just throw it at them.
Yeah. And that was kind of going to be my point. Yes, they don't give a shit, but maybe not in a negative way. So much as we don't give a shit if you buy our Series X and S. If you want to, go for it. But what we care about more is providing our community with the games, because then they'll want to be with us more.
It is some real aggressive love that Xbox is handing down.
Yeah, have all the games,
and you're gonna play games, and you won't do anything. Yeah, you won't do anything else. You're gonna be traveling. You better sit in the passenger seat. You know what I mean? If you're gonna be,
hey man, they gave me Hades, and I'm hooked on that.
Hades is good. Yeah, Hades is pretty good. I'll talk about that. I'm changing my tone, but anyways,
you like games?
But it is though. You think about it. It's like, okay. Now, one, you don't have to take the install space on your drive. Okay, game comes out, you're iffy about it. It comes out on cloud. You try it on cloud, maybe you only get 1080 or 720 based on your network connection. But you find out in that first level, hey, I actually really like this. Well, now I'll dedicate that space to my hard drive.
Right.
And if it's cloud-based and the saves are cloud-based, well, shit, now I can throw it on my phone when I'm not home, sitting at the doctor's office. Because why not?
Is the technology there? I've messed with the browser version of the cloud stuff, XCloud or whatever they call it. At the time that I played at it, it was the latency between my movements were a little off, right? You'd still notice it, right? And that's important for like, first person shooters, even roguelites, sports games, anything. A lot of the timing is very, very important. Do you think, what's that?
Dancing games.
Well, yeah, you gotta be rhythm games. Oh my God. Who still has their Connect? That's what I'm talking about. I missed the Connect. I had a discussion with somebody yesterday. Oh my God. No, it was today during stream. It was with Inca Raids. He was saying that he played 2K with the Connect, and he hates it because every time you used a curse word and you had your Connect on, it would give you a technical foul. And then like that was a real thing. It happened to me. I turned that bitch off every single time I turned on NBA. Absolutely insane. The fact that was even an option. It's just
Top tier mechanic.
Yeah, there you go.
Fantastic. That's fantastic.
You're cursing in your own home? I don't think so. Technical foul.
You know what I miss? Being able to turn my Xbox on with Connect.
You can do it with
Not
your
a
phone.
lot of people love that, but I loved that.
I love the memes.
Launch a program, start the thing, anything.
Yeah, the Xbox off, like, oh my God, was so good. Like when you had people actually like, streaming platforms, or somebody says it in a video and they're watching it on their TV and it turns off, they're like, fuck. It's so good. Absolutely great. But I think you're right. I think you all kind of are touched on the right, not the right one because it's subjective, but I think that it is important to get everybody involved, right? You're no longer paywalling anybody or genwalling somebody, hey, you got to buy the new hardware if you want to play any of our brand new games. That's just, which is the approach of, I think Sony right now, if it's a PS5 game, it's a PS5 game. That's just the way it is. Like Demon Souls doesn't work on your PS4. And I think it's a normal approach. And that's kind of, you know what I mean? It's been the approach for generation after generation. It's like, look, we got PS2 games. They'll work on their $600 PS3, but only if you got that version of it. And then sooner or later they didn't because it cost too much money. I think technology is there now where it's kind of, sure, whatever. I mean, I'm playing every single version, every generation of Xbox games I have on my console, all the way back to Crimson Skies. You know what I mean? Any 360 games that I had downloaded in my library that they made backwards compatible, which is a ton of games.
It's nice not to have to buy a game again.
Yeah, I bought Diablo 3 too many times just because they were like, we have another version. I'm like, fuck you. Fuck you, I guess.
I had to buy Scott Pilgrim twice, but I'm not salty.
At least it was an indie game, right?
I did that too.
That was a licensing
Wait,
thing.
why? Why?
That was a licensing thing, though, that was out of Microsoft's control.
Right.
Okay. All right. So I actually, real quick, I'm Xbox preferred.
You're the Jordan Beach. Oh, okay.
I'm an Xbox. I am an Xbox.
It's me to Xbox.
I have preferred Xbox for a long time over,
Yes.
PC or PS5. I don't, Knickknack, I don't know which ballpark you kind of go in. I think it's more PC focused. Yes.
So I was a longtime Nintendo nerd.
Okay.
And then have fallen into PC because everything that I'm interested in playing is also available there.
Right.
So
Okay.
I figured, why not?
Okay. What about you, Skitxo? I think you're kind of the same lines as I am, right?
Yeah, I started just like Knickknack. I was a Nintendo nerd. NES, Super NES, and 64. Like, let's go.
By the way, Nintendo is an endearing term in this community, so I just want to let you all know. That disclaimer has been posted. Thank you.
I even had a Wii, and I have a Switch.
Editor,
about-
please
did you
put a
have-
Nintendo stamp of approval right here?
Did you have a Wii U?
I did.
Let's go. All right, you're a Nintendo nerd. Got it. Let's go.
Ass controller. No, and then I had a PS2, and then I actually, when I first joined the military, we were setting up original Xbox Halo LAN parties in the barracks, and that's what drug me into Halo. And like that was it from then on out, because my PS2 was not that easy to set up a LAN party, or was there a game worth it? I've always been a PC player as well.
Gotcha. Okay.
I played Jane's USAF back in high school, back in the late 90s. And so I've always been a PC player as well. But the fact that now the worlds have merged for me with Xbox and PC, I couldn't be happier. Like,
Got you.
I absolutely love it. But yeah, I prefer Xbox as well. I have a PS4, have not got a PS5. Love the exclusive first party titles.
I don't know if you knew this. I have a PS5.
What? No way.
Just
I have a
kidding.
PSP, dude.
Just kidding. I had
Look at
this
this. It's right here. My PSP is sitting in that box.
PSP. Oh man,
Bro.
aren't you so happy they didn't take down the store?
I had a PSP
Yeah,
on a
Vivid.
deployment once. I loved that thing.
I
Oh
bought it
my
for
God.
Kingdom Hearts.
Oh,
Yeah,
of course,
my-
of course, of course. Hermes, before we get to you, I want to touch on Captain Rockhab's comment. He says, "Isn't the PS5 backwards compatible?" Yes, it is. I'm more talking about forwards compatible. I guess it's not the best way to put it, right? Where, for example, the direction Xbox is going with their cloud stuff is anybody on previous gens can play. I don't want to say all gens. I guess the Xbox One generation can play Xbox Series S and X games, where PS5, as it stands, can't play. People on PS4 can't play that specific brand of a game. That's what we were talking about. PS5 is backwards compatible with PS4 games. Uncharted 4, Bloodborne, all those games. Yes, those are definitely compatible. So I just wanted to touch on that. Hermes, I know you've had a shift. You used to be, actually, I don't know. You used to be Xbox, but now you're more PC. Am I wrong?
So I started all over the place. So I started a long time ago on GameCube,
Let's fucking
and
go.
then went
Mario
to,
Strikers.
Yeah,
Tamagotchis.
and then went to PlayStation, as my family was a big PlayStation group back in the day. Then to Xbox because of family members, and now I'm on PC mostly because Rust is a thing and it's fantastic.
It's on consoles. Kidding.
Yeah, it's not as good.
No,
Let's
there's
not
no.
look at the console version. I don't play Rust,
Yeah.
and that was a shit show.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it was
that's,
real bad.
That's rough. It's like, hey, you have Rust now. Oh, we don't want it. I think so. I think so.
It's a game that does not work on console.
Right. Which I don't think.
I don't think it did work on console.
There's games that deserve to just stay on like a computer or a PC platform, and that's
Well, also,
Escape from Tarkov and Rust, right?
Rust also hardly works on most PCs. So
That's true. That's true. It's true. If your PC can't handle it, let's go.
It's right up there with Ark.
Do you guys have this is kind of off topic, but because I can talk about Stardew Valley esports, let's just do it and get it over with. But fucking Christ, man,
No!
Stardew Valley is putting forth an esport competition for 40 grand. It's being put by the dev, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what you said, Knick-Knack. The dev is putting up the 40K. That's okay because he's made a fucking killing on everything else. So he's probably got 40K just lying around in his couch somewhere.
He did laundry. He's like, no way.
No way. Let me start an
I got
esport.
stuck in there.
Let me start an esport.
I gotta do something with this shit.
You killed him. He's dead. We are gonna need somebody else next week.
I'll just put on a wig. I'll do Hermes with a wig.
He just looks in his couch. Holy, no way. Let's start an esport. Oh, that's so great. I'll find an article for you guys, but what do you guys think?
I'm excited. It's next week, next Saturday, September 4th. It's like, you know, those like little league games, like you're walking through the park and you see parents getting just way too excited about bad baseball. That's what I want this to be.
Just
Like, so badly.
baseball?
It's competitive farming for money, and I just need this to be the most hyped thing of, of the rest of the year.
All right, so I'm going to put this article. It is For the Win, US Today. I guess they got their gaming focus or something. I don't know what they're doing. I'll put the article in. It says, chill farming simulator, Stardew Valley to host a 40K esports tournament. 40,000 prize pool is wild. Yes. Okay. Well, it's nothing compared to like Call of Duty and stuff, but it's still in general, the fact that it's even a thing is, I think, wild.
Game competition, 40K is a lot.
It's a competition of skill, knowledge, and I quote, okay, and this is from Eric Barone himself. It's a competition of skill, knowledge, and teamwork. With a prize pool of over 40K, see some of Stardew's most dedicated players in their element. What's the element besides trying to romance people and farming?
It's the farming. So it's team-based farming. So they're taking their multiplayer like add-on that they came out with a while back, and like you're literally forming teams and farming. So if like I know people that aren't content creators that have spreadsheets
Oh yeah.
of how the fucking farming works.
That's okay.
And like
okay.
they know the subject inside and out as much as a freaking NASA rocket scientist.
That's crazy. to me.
Like, these people are going to be up to competitively farm.
If this takes off, can you imagine being a Stardew Valley coach?
Dude, why did you plant that beetroot?
Yeah, you did the wrong order of watering. Like I don't know how. I've never played the game. Disclaimer: I haven't played it.
Also,
you know what? Speaking of Stardew, were you going to say the same thing?
Uh-oh.
There's
What?
an
No,
indie
probably not.
game that is prehistoric Stardew that they
Oh,
announced.
yeah.
Jesus Christ!
It is
what?
almost a 1-for-1 copy.
literally all it is. Same font, everything.
The indie release
Mm-hmm.
that they
What's the name? What's the name of it? Do you guys remember?
Hold up.
Hermes has got his
boy.
his,
that. I was like, the fuck is this?
his notebook.
Hold up.
We
I-
just got.
Disclaimer: I've played Stardew a little bit. I cannot get into it, but if you take games that are the same style but 3D, I can get into
I
it.
don't
My
think I
time
wrote
at
it down.
Portia and Harvest Moon can do it.
Okay. So
do
what
Stardew.
about
I think I wrote it down.
Animal Crossing?
It's called Roots of Pacha.
Roots of Pacho?
Yes.
Pacha.
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 Gotcha.
EACHA.
Are you guys? So it's this goes down on September 4th. Will be live stream on Twitch and YouTube. So put on your best pair of denim overalls and bear witness to the cutesy farming extravaganza of a lifetime.
Let's
Clear my
go.
schedule. Absolutely.
I cleared my schedule. Yeah. What's the 4th? Is it a weekday? I've got a vacation day. Let's just go ahead and do it.
Saturday, dude. Labor Day weekend.
Oh, let's go.
Live watch party, dude. We're having a party.
We should co-stream it. Let's go, man. Split screen co-stream.
I'm not.
Also-
I promise. I am not making fun of this. I am excited for.
Well, it's yeah.
ridiculousness.
Yeah.
Because it's wild. How about denim jorts? Astro.
Let's go. I will put on my jorts. Oh, denim jorts would be so cool. Oh, Astro gave me an idea. I'm gonna.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's go. All right. So, coming to a stream near you, denim jorts.
Nice.
With or not a t-shirt underneath. We'll see. I don't know what we're gonna feel. We'll see. We'll check it. We'll see how it's going.
Farmer
just-
Beach.
I
Let's
just
go.
need a jort cam for beach.
Yeah. Well, that'll get me in trouble.
Little jort cam.
That'll get me in trouble.
It's gonna be on his page. That's on his Patreon.
Yeah. Actually, it's probably
If
my
nobody
OnlyFans.
asks for it, it's fair game because you're not fulfilling any fantasies.
That's true. Nobody wants this. Nobody wants this. But I'm gonna give it to you. But I think I agree with you though, Knick-Knack. It is cool that this is a thing, right? It is neat that something of this scale, an indie dev, was it made by one guy? Was Stardew Valley created by that one Eric Barone?
Yes.
That's it. See, that's pretty cool. I think in general, like, would you see? Have there been Among Us esports? Is that a thing?
I don't even think it's made it to Twitch Rivals Among Us.
It's weird, right? Well, how would you do it, right?
I think it'd be really hard. Yeah.
Because I've seen fighting games hosted by like Maximilian. He's done those, but Twitch Rivals specifically, and they do obviously BRs, which are very easy. I don't know if Twitch Rivals has ever touched sports games. before, but like this is kind of, well, granted, not every indie dev is going to find 40K in their couch and you're like, you know what? Let's give it to some people, right? Who play my game.
That is pretty crazy though. You think about it, like as big as Among Us got. I mean, it was massive. The biggest names in content creation were playing in groups. YouTube videos, TikTok shorts, like everything, all over the place. You do not see that much content for Stardew Valley.
I mean, and I guess it's not like I would love to see the content and how it comes out or how it's hosted, right? I would love to see that, because is it hosted as like, hey, we've got sponsors? Like, how insane
would be color commentary for this?
How insane?
How do you prepare for that?
How do you switch? Yeah, there's got to be a production team that switches to, you know what I mean, to each camera and each stream or whatever, and I want to see who's farming at what time and like what they're doing and why they're doing it. You know, get Joe Buck. Joe Buck will do this. Joe Buck would be great. I think he should.
God.
That'd be fantastic.
No.
All the cameras are just going to be.
That's who.
All the cameras are just going to be a bunch of content creators wrapped in blankets with a tea and. Like,
yeah, it's just cozy. Super. Got my headphones on.
I'd be so down to hang out with that. So down, dude. That's how I play Stardew.
I think that's how you have to play it, right? That's exactly the way it is.
You look over to like your friend. Hey, it's almost nighttime. You should come back and go to bed.
You should go to bed. No, I don't want to. I wanted to look up Among Us and kind of see and check the player count is what I wanted to do. Not player count, I guess streamers, right? There's 4.8 thousand people watching and 2 people over 1,000, and then the rest is kind of dropped off. Has that game dropped off? Is there anything to bring people back, or is it kind of lived its course?
New maps, like
based on
multi-level maps,
personality.
but yeah, that's it.
Right, so you would have to get other people to sponsor it and, you know, play it a little bit, I would assume, right?
Yep.
Very strange. I think I'm excited. I don't know if I'm going to watch it. I might forget it's even on. I would like to maybe sit down and be like, you know, it doesn't give me a time yet, so I don't know. It just says the 4th.
I thought I saw time.
Oh, 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Okay, so I can at noon. I could watch it with lunch. Let's go ahead and do it. No big deal. Sit down with a farm, a freshly grown farm. Maybe I'll go to the farmer's market in the morning, get really into it, and like put something together.
Some gardening later in the day.
You never know. Maybe it'll jump kick my spirit.
You should make new jorts.
There you go.
Make new jorts. You got it. Hell yeah. I should do that. I think I will. In collaboration with Stardew Valley Esports, I will be creating a brand new jorts live on stream. Oh man, so great. Oh, good stuff. Absolutely good stuff.
I don't know if we're talking too much about this, but I do have some drama to share about a different game.
I love drama. Let's get it. This is actually a drama-free zone.
So I just sent this in the Discord. I'm sure as of recently, you've probably heard of the game Summer of 58. It is a short horror game that took Twitch really quickly, and then it's kind of disappeared just as fast.
Summer of 58. Okay.
Yeah. Because of the fact that it can be finished in under 2 hours, the dev has lost so much money on returns.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That he is no longer able to do the new game that he had planned.
Jesus.
And so he has canceled his project indefinitely because of this.
Which one is this one? The Summer
his
of
new game?
Yeah, his new game. Which one was it? Is it
From
something
Day to Day?
From Day to Day. That's too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Is it one dude?
So, it kind of seems like that. The studios is called Emeka Games.
And it's on sale for 23% off on Steam.
I blame the Steam community for that. Like, why? Like, you bought it, you beat it, you enjoyed it. Why are you gonna refund it?
That's
shitty.
Much.
That's shitty behavior. That's shitty behavior.
So what? That's $10. It's a $10 game.
Does Steam need a new policy for instead of their blanket 2 hours? Do they need to look at total time to complete? Right? Because I have a game. It was like 99 cents. It's called I think it's called TikTok, a game for two.
Jesus Christ. Okay. And it took you
TikTok, a tale for two. But like a clock, TikTok. And It took me 41 minutes to beat the game. Like, I'm not going to return that, you know?
Oh, plus it's
I want them
a
to keep-
dollar. If it was $10, would it have crossed your mind?
Oh, so the exact same thing happened to a game I paid like 15 for before your eyes. Too many people returned the game after they beat it.
So yeah, I think it has to be, because then if you're gonna, because as many games that come out nowadays on a daily, weekly basis, it's dangerous for Steam. But how are you going to dictate? They have to account for how long their game is now to see if you can get your money back after completing it. That's kind of sketchy. So I think that there's got to be some kind of approach there, right, for Steam specifically.
Well, you should have some playtest data, right? Or
With
maybe
one
after
guy,
like
though,
a week
maybe?
of time. Huh?
With one guy developing. I mean, this specific case, there's one guy developing it. Granted, I'm sure he's played through it 6,000 times, but
Well, Steam also saves the data for in-game time.
okay.
They're going to know pretty quick
Yeah.
that, okay, most people are playing for 80 minutes, 90
Right.
minutes.
Yeah. There should, or even, I'm sure if there's an end game achievement, hey, you beat the game, whatever it is, right? Because Steam has achievements. If, hey, you make sure that's in there. If that person gets it and they beat it under 2 hours, like, no, you can't get your fucking money back, you bag of shit. But I'm sure like that's something they can do in the background.
Well,
Now
the
that's
worst part
fucking
is
frustrating, man.
all of the positive reviews that are left on the game.
I'm looking, yeah, when you
It
just
is a
Google
very
search,
positive. Yeah.
yeah, it's a 4.9 out of 5, right? And that's insane. Like for any game, I think that's really, really good. But that's
Yeah,
bullshit, man.
I don't know if that's slimy behavior or something that can actually be corrected. Super unfortunate.
If I was Steam, I would give them money because they got it.
Yeah.
But then again, yeah, it's kind of it's also the approach to the Twitch. The Twitch as a larger company, Steam too, is like, how do you correct it? I think there's more of a direct approach to that one to fixing it, and like this one's not as drastic as hate raids and stuff like Twitch has to deal with, right? And they've got to find out a solution for it too. But it's how do you do that for a massive site like that, which you guys giving out great ideas, but I'm saying I wouldn't know where to start as a large corporation and a large platform. What's a blanket response that I can give that's actually going to do something and actually make a damn out of it? But it sounds like, I mean, we gave out some right off the top of our head, so there are a lot of people that are smarter than we are fucking working for them. Well, maybe not smarter, but at least working for them that deserve to get some ideas. They don't listen to the show unless you do. Steam, fuck off. No, just kidding.
Oh,
I went in a different direction. You guys thought I was gonna sell out. Look at you guys.
we
Oh
were
my
gonna
god.
rename it Steam Screen.
Yeah, Steam Screen. Oh man, that's so good. I guess last topic. I'm just gonna gloss over it because I feel like he's in every single one of our thumbnails, and I don't want to add him this week. Hermes, let's not add Dr. Disrespect to our thumbnail this week.
Was that a wink? Did I just see that?
He's gone. He's gone. He disappeared.
He's gone.
But I think Dr. Disrespect came out on a stream recently and said that he's known for a couple months now why he was banned on Twitch.
Shit.
He didn't go into any details as far as explaining it, but he said, I've known for a couple months now. And his words were, and that's why we're suing the fuck out of them, is what he said. So that's an interesting development. Of course, last week we talked about him starting a game development studio, which would be hilarious if his game blew up on the platform that he was banned from. I thought it would be hilarious, and people are just playing it left and right, and it's got his face everywhere. I'd fucking lose my mind. I think it'd be funny. I just think it would be hilarious of what happened. But I don't know. It's kind of crazy to me that it's still not out though either. Means it came from a very small group, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, if it's going to court, it'll be out there eventually.
True. That's very
I
true.
think because there's
It's
no
public
court
record.
date, he's not allowed to talk about it.
Right. Yeah, definitely. I think that's kind of, I'm interested. I want to see what the deal was, but I think a lot of people are still speculating that he was in talks with Mixer. Mixer then shut down. Twitch was like, fuck that. Anyways, we're going to get rid of you, blah, blah, blah. Saved them, I'm sure, millions of dollars. Or cost them millions of dollars. Who knows? He personally said though he's making probably a fourth of what he used to make on Twitch, on YouTube. He came out and like talked about all this in the stream. It was kind of nuts, right?
Wow.
Which is
Yeah, if he has like substantial ground to count those damages, right? If the terms of his termination weren't malicious,
right. They were just we
That's a
can't.
big
Well,
deal.
that's the thing, in a lot of I'm sure in those contracts, I'm sure somewhere in there it's like your content's ours. We can do what we want with it. That comes with banning you and all that kind of stuff. Then I guess. I don't know. It'll be interesting. And like you guys said, since the lawsuit, it'll come out eventually, but it's just something I wanted to talk about since apparently he makes a weekly appearance on this show. So maybe I'll just call it Dr. Disrespect Screen.
we're gonna call it
/
Dr. Steam Screen.
Yeah, there you go. Dr. Steam Screen. There it is. I don't have any. Do you guys have any other topics you want to gloss over maybe quickly? Anything else?
Have any of you guys seen Marvel's What If series?
Not
I've
yet.
seen the first 2 episodes. I haven't seen the
No
new one.
spoilers.
Pretty good.
I'm having a fun time with it.
I did not get into it. I tried watching the second one. I liked the first episode. I don't know why I didn't like the second.
Really?
But I also didn't finish it. Maybe I was tired. Maybe I was just like, you know what I mean? So I'm going to give it another go because I usually like everything they put out. I don't think there's been a series that I didn't like or a movie even, except Thor 2. But I think that's
It was a dark world.
It was.
Yeah.
It's so dark. Can't even handle it. But I think I'll give it another go. I like the first episode, like I said. So I think, wasn't there a third one Wednesday?
Yep.
You just haven't watched it yet? Okay. So I think, and it's canon. So I feel like I should watch it regardless of how much I enjoy it. You know what I mean? So
I love the narrator.
yeah.
Or the Watcher, or
what's his name? What's his name?
I just know him from Westworld.
Watcher.
No, I know that the actual guy's name.
I don't know.
I can picture him. I pictured him. He's in my mind. I can't think of his name.
Is it Jeffrey Wright?
Yes, it is. It's Jeffrey Wright. There it is. Okay.
What a wonderful voice.
Yeah, he's got a
Interesting. I didn't
fantastic voice.
realize that.
Oh my god. That's not a spoiler. That's the first trailer, by the way, Skitxo. I just want to let you know.
Yeah. I just didn't realize it was him. Yeah, he was fantastic in Westworld.
He's a great actor. And
Amazing.
almost better voice. Asher says, "Is it so dark that I need the lights on?" Yes. Yeah, that's so true. I guess I don't have much else. Like something we like to do that Hermes started is we'll go around and kind of see on the platform. Who have you been watching lately? So Hermes, why don't you start it off for us?
Yeah, I have been watching Hold Up.
And this is on. This doesn't
actually-
necessarily the Twitch platform. It's just in general. Who have you been checking out? Who have you come across lately? And all that good stuff.
I've been watching a ton of a streamer named Dr. Gluon. He's a partner on Twitch, and just his what should I say, showmanship, like second to none. He streams a lot of The Sims and Minecraft, and just some of the stuff that he does with his alerts and the way his stream is built.
Production's
just
pretty
so cool.
fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Production is great. I put that link in chat, by the way. What about you guys? Skitxo, who do you got? Anybody you've been watching lately that you might want to give a shout out to? Hey, let's go. Let's fucking go.
No, but seriously, like, yeah, you do keep me company during the day. One of my favorite streamers, and I've actually been watching him for a long time. His Twitch handle is literally just Slap.
Let's go, Slap.
He's big into Final Fantasy 14 right now. I found him a long time ago playing Warframe.
Oh wow!
And yeah, he's actually live right now, and he's playing Final Fantasy 14. He's a fantastic human being, wonderful, kind. Sometimes he has his cam on, sometimes he doesn't. His setup's beautiful, and it's just, if you need a stream to just chill and just vibe in, perfect stream. Like,
Oh, yeah.
It's just always calm, always open, welcoming, inviting. Fantastic human being.
Good shit. Knick-knack, what do you got?
I don't know how to say his full username because he always just introduces himself as Thor, but I think it's Thormangander. But so his whole MO is he plays every game with a steering wheel and pedal set. So he's currently playing through Hades on a steering wheel. He's done Dark Souls, he did Bloodborne. It's just like he's on a partner push right now. So I don't know if it's extra energy or whatever, but he's like the nicest guy. I think he's a teacher. And then he just does this, and then he just rewards himself by like drinking a bunch of hot sauce.
Oh my god! What?
I'll post a link.
That's a little insane, huh?
It's funny, but like dangerous. You shouldn't be chugging that much.
Yeah, hey, you probably pull it back a little bit there, bud.
But yeah, he's a hoot and a half.
Yeah.
Awesome. For me, it's somebody actually, I didn't have anybody prepared for this. That's why I wanted to ask you guys first, but somebody I actually talked to today, and enabled my Destiny 2 addiction. Was Inca Raids. Came through, found the channel while we were streaming Destiny 2 today. I'm going ahead and threw that link in the chat as well. The dude had great energy. The conversation was fantastic. He knows a ton about Destiny and everything going into it. If it's from the lore to his, what some of the weapons do, the perks they get, just extremely knowledgeable about that game and universe. I think he has a Discord as well, which has a ton of different things and cool things for Destiny. A few different bots, and he is live now as well. So if you guys want to hop over there, drop a follow, that would be great. Currently on a push for his follower goal of 500. So that's coming up here in some time. But definitely hop over there, show some love over there. He's been, today kind of had a good time. It was a great session that I have getting back into Destiny 2, which I'm going to keep. I didn't know I'm going to say the majority of the people came from Dark Souls for my community, and I had no idea that those two translated to each other somehow. So everybody that I haven't seen for a while came out today and was just like, hey, you're playing Destiny 2. And I'm like, yeah, but it's not Dark Souls or Bloodborne or Sekiro, but I'm glad to see you again. That's fantastic. So that was really, really cool. We're going to go do a raid with him, my first raid ever sometime down the road. So I think it'll be a good time there. But you guys want to go ahead and give your outs, and then we'll kind of go from there. What do you got, Hermes? Go first. Since you were last time, we'll let you go first this time.
My name is Hermes. Again, you can catch me on all social media that matters. Specifically, look out for me on TikTok this week because I might have something spicy going up over there.
Ooh, spicy. We like spicy, especially if you're Thormangander. Get him on the spicy train. Awesome. No sneak peeks. Not going to talk about it. Just want to tease it a little bit.
It'll be the first I guess IRL, like not clip based content going up on my TikTok.
Okay, so you're actually okay. Cool. That'd be neat. Awesome.
Yeah. And
awesome.
The pieces for it get delivered tomorrow, and I'm super excited.
Oh, let's fucking go. Now I know. Okay, now I know, and I'm excited about it. Yes. Cool, man. When's your next stream?
If we're playing some Dead by Daylight after this, it's in about 30 minutes.
Oh shit, going live for that. Okay. Hell yeah. Do you have a schedule? Did you want to point it out?
Yeah, I'm live every Thursday, and I'm going to try on Sunday nights to be doing some Dark Souls. So that should be fun and interesting.
Fuck yeah. Oh man, that's gonna be so good. Oh, let's go. I love watching new people play the game. I love experiencing what everybody experienced with me. So it's kind of just a pass the torch kind of shit. Nick-Nack, what do you got for us?
Once again, you can find me on the 3Ts Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok at UsuallyNickNac. I don't know when this comes out, but this Tuesday, August 31st, on Twitch, I'm holding a giveaway for 3 free video games on Steam. Come hang out.
That's kind of spicy. Too much spicy shit going on. I like it.
And then schedule, I do Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturdays.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Skitxo, what do you got for us?
Well, as I said earlier, and we've been saying all the time, my name is Skitxo. I'm a variety streamer. I play all kinds of stuff. I don't hate myself enough to play Dark Souls or Demon Souls, so that will never be on my channel. You can find me here on Twitch under Skitxo. You can find me on, I'm gonna make this one confusing. You can find me on Twitter as Skitxo Games and TikTok as Skitxo Gaming.
Man, love
I
it.
could not get the same
I get it.
moniker
I get
on
it.
all platforms.
Completely understand.
Yeah. I don't do a lot on TikTok yet. I'm planning on it. I have some clip content up. I do want to eventually start doing some trendy stuff once I get this blank wall behind me actually nerded out.
Hell yeah.
My schedule, yeah. my schedule, I stream every week, Saturday night and Monday night from 6 to 10 Central Time.
Good deal. Well, first off, before we get into all my bullshit, I just want to say thank you guys for joining us this week. I love having a group. Hermes, again, this is not any offense to you. I just like having more people on the channel and that's in the show. It's fun. It's a good time. I do want to set up a oh shit, here he goes again. I get him every time. I like it. At least I know what makes him disappear, right? That's not important.
To have the wailing bell sound.
Oh my god.
That'd
That is so good. That is that's
Sad trumpet.
That's so good. But I want to say thank you NickNac, thank you Skitxo, and thank you Hermes for joining us this week. These are a lot of fun. I look forward to these more than my actual streams. It's no offense to anybody in chat or anything like that. It's just nice to have a conversation. It's just great. This whole atmosphere is really, really fun to me. So thank you guys for joining. We will be setting up. I know I've mentioned it for a couple weeks now, but I have yet to iron out the details, and it's going to take a lot of scheduling. So the Mount Rushmore of video games is going to be happening. I'm trying to nail down a certain amount of people. I don't know who yet. I don't know how many.
We also have to figure out how to make it happen in this space.
Yeah, it'll be
That's
interesting.
stressing me out a little bit.
I don't know how many videos I can add using Discord, but we're figuring it the fuck out. It's going to be fun. We're going to see if we can come up with a collective Mount Rushmore of video games, regardless of platform. It's just going for it and see if we can argue it out and nail one down. If not, that's okay. If everybody's going to have conviction and not want to, the fuck was that? And not have any of that kind of stuff happen. I'm sorry. I had a loud noise go through my shit. It scared the shit out of me. We're going to get it figured out. It's going to be fun or chaotic or a little bit of both. But you can find me Monday through Friday at twitch.tv/TheJordanBeach, right here where you all are right now. If you are watching on YouTube, all the descriptions for these lovely people, as well as myself, will be in the description for their Twitch channels. And then all my social medias, which is TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, all at the same username. Thank goodness I was able to get that. But again, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. I appreciate you guys. If you're watching on YouTube, come join us live. Get involved in the conversation. We love to, talk to chat as much as we can while keeping the entire conversation flowing. So again, thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you are. And we will see you guys next week for Split Screen. Thanks, everybody. See you later.